Okay, there is a new mechanic added to the game, and I mean an actual new mechanic. Never before seen in Clash of Ninja. I have added in guarding. This is different from blocking. I don't mean to get too far into wordplay, but the way I basically classified the two separate systems is blocking is going to be, when I say blocking, I mean blocking is going to be that kind of like initial response to like a punch being thrown. So you're not actively doing anything, but if a punch is thrown and you're not moving or you're walking back, you'll quickly block it. So that's blocking. Of course, that there's a block meter, and that can be broken. And there, of course, is blockstun with that. Guarding works completely different. Well, not completely different, but guarding works differently. When you're guarding, you're, of course, actively, your arms are up, you're ready for a punch. It's going to be a little bit tricky to do with two hands. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, that's going to be hard. Sorry, y'all. Let me find a way I can do this. Here we go. All right. So when P2's blocking and Naruto throws a punch, okay, so look at that. It's draining chakra instead. So the perk of this is if you are just blocking, you still take chip damage. You see that? Even if it's a weak attack, you always take chip damage when blocking. So you're always going to take just a little bit of damage because obviously you can't block infinitely, and blocking does still inflict some pain. When you're blocking, if you're just trying to quickly dodge something, you're going to still take a small amount of damage. So chip damage is applicable in all cases, not just for strong attacks. So, but with blocking, of course, you don't have to push anything. You don't have to worry about your chakra. It's just you block the combo and then you resume from there. With the guarding, this actually, like I say, this uses chakra instead, so no chip damage is taken. It uses chakra instead. So that's the first perk. It prevents you from taking chip damage at the cost of chakra. Now, again, that may sound redundant, like what's the point? It's still a resource you're losing. Why is this here? Well, that's not the only feature. Notice that when you guard an attack, you see there's a colored guard thing to show you your status of your guard. Blue, yellow, and red before it breaks. It is white when you use the guard. That's because this doesn't actually take away directly from your block frames. This is exclusively based on how much chakra you have left. Now, if you do deplete your chakra while guarding, guard will no longer work. You must have chakra in order to guard. And you see it is pretty expensive on chakra. Once your chakra is depleted, you are no longer able to guard, and your defense will drop to 20% for the normal block. So if you're out of chakra while guarding, that's still a bad situation, but it does avert immediate damage done to your chip damage. But the most important time you would use this is, watch this. So normally when you're blocking, you see there's still a pretty big amount of block stun. Even Naruto, like he goes up in the air. You can't fight when you're flying through the air trying to guard something. Watch when that same attack is done. Ooh, I don't even know if I can do this. Let me try. All right. You see that? When you use the same exact attack, but you guard against it, it does not take away your, it does not send you in the air. Again, I'll show that one more time. That's what it looks like when you do just normal block. You can't follow up really. You can't really punish. You can just block it and, yeah. But when you're again guarding, it keeps you on the ground. So this gives you an advantage when characters start trying to do some combos on you. Let me see if I can mimic that. You see that? It stops the combo a lot sooner. So you can be able to, it's much easier to punish that way. You have more opportunities, I would say, to punish because it keeps you grounded. When you are guarding, there is no way any attack can take you off, off the ground. The also same thing goes for unblockable attacks, such as paper bombs. If you throw a paper bomb, even if you're blocking, it's still going to hit you. Versus if you do it while guarding, it won't. You can still block it. So this is, again, it will have some uses, but the main important thing for this new feature that I like is all of these things are, of course, perks that you can use for different circumstances, just to add a little extra level of, gameplay for highly skilled characters or players. But the thing I like most is the actual block stun time. So I'm going to punch using Naruto, and then I'm going to immediately spam to see how long it takes before player 2 can punch back. Watch closely. Alright, so that was me attacking, following up as soon as I could. Now watch the same thing when I am guarding. Oh, hold on, that was bad. I let go, sorry. Alright, now we go. You see how much faster he was able to follow up? Yeah, block the guard stun when you're guarding is super low. And it is incredibly dangerous. If you see someone doing guard stun, it's probably better to go ahead and finish the combo, because if you stop for a split second, they will have their ability to move again almost immediately, which can cause some deadly combos. Like, for example, this one, if you do Naruto's 3B, he can go back to blocking, or even his down B. Let me see if I can. Guys, this is really hard to do. I'm trying to play this with one hand, and it's not working. But even that, for example, you see that? I'm not fast enough if I just block to counter it. I won't be able to show this while recording because I'm holding my phone with one hand, but if he were to be guarding when that was to happen, and he does the down B, I can't do it with one hand. But yeah, you can actually, once you do that, you're done. You can just easily start fighting them right after it. But anyway, the whole point is it has a smaller block stun window, so it's much easier to punish when it comes to these things. So again, like, yeah, well, I did that. But if you get knocked in the air, for example, that's the soonest I can attack, versus if I do the same thing while guarding, I'm instantly ready to fight again and punish in case they were not expecting me to be guarding. So yeah, it's a great feature to have. It's circumstantial, of course, but I thought it would be a really nice addition to just add it as an extra layer. Not something you'll use frequently, or it's not even something you need to use to be good at the game, but it does have those circumstances where, you know, if you see someone about to throw a paper bomb at you, it may be worth it. Or if you see Naruto do that, go ahead and throw your arms up, or just move out of the way. But it may be worth it, you know, in certain situations to take the chakra hit, you know, the chakra loss over the chip damage. So anyway, that's the new blocking or guarding mechanic that I've added in. It does take 5 frames to start, so just be careful. When you push that button, it's 5 frames before it actually activates. So that's to keep you from just being able to, you know, instantly spam it. You have to actually use it with skill. So yeah, that's how the guarding works. Certain characters, again, will have better things like this. For example, if you're doing like Mangekyo Sharingan Sasuke, the guarding will be his skeletal Susanoo. If you're using Gaara, it'll be a sand shield. So, and those are considered ultimate defenses. Those will pretty much probably almost never be broken. They'll like be super low on chakra usage for those, but just basic blocking. You already see basic guarding can be very expensive on chakra. So use it very sparingly if you want any hope at keeping your chakra. And then people with ultimate defenses like Susanoo users, Gaara, those characters will not be so much expensive on chakra because that's how they are in the game. But again, same story, you still have to activate it. That'll only happen if you are actively, you know, guarding, and that does still take 5 frames to start up. And during those 5 frames, you are susceptible to being attacked as normal if you aren't, you know, in your guard stance before the attack lands. So, and most hits hit within like that frame. So yeah, just a new mechanic that I added and show you guys about it. Sorry if I talked too long. I know it's almost 9 minutes, but I hope this makes sense. I'll show more. Well, I don't even know how. It's kind of hard to, you know, show this in camera here, but I'll show it on like teaser 4 or something like that, because I'll obviously be streaming it from my computer versus holding a camera. But yeah, I'll be able to show it much more in teaser 4, so you can see what that's like in action. But otherwise, yeah, that's the new guarding mechanic. Of course, adapted from Storm. You know, how they had a block button, except for with this, you still do have the neutral block. You just take chip damage for it, and it can be broken pretty quickly. And then the guard is, of course, based off of chakra. So anytime you have chakra, you can use this, and you are invulnerable to pretty much every attack. I don't think I'm going to make this invulnerable to specials, because that's just kind of clashing this whole thing. You can't guard specials, point blank, period. So I don't think I'm going to make it invulnerable to specials either. So you're still going to have to, you know, dodge. Obviously, you have the new sidestepping. So go ahead and use your sidestepping. Don't try to block or guard against a special jutsu. Just don't do it. Just move out the way, or jump or something, or get the hell away from it if you see someone use a special. But otherwise, that's the game so far, and I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you.